Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
Hey. This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into our Fearless Beer Review. We get into the vinyls, stuff we listened to this week. Wait, what am I talking about? We get into the vinyl stuff we've been listening to, stuff we got this week. Jeff's record store, Desert Grooves Records out in Arizona. Huge shout out. And then we wrap it up with some new music and other happenings in the music world. My name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. All the social media is at Asinine Radio. So that's it. That's all I have for the boring intro. Let's get right into it. Let's get into the Fearless Beer Review. What do you got this week, Jeff? Go.
I have a West Coast IPA here from 450 North Brewing Company.
Okay.
It's called Divine Funkin' Nugs.
Oh, that's quite the title.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know. Is that a reference to something? I don't know what that is. But yeah, no 450 North Brewing. Where are they here? I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here. Of course, their webpage is worthless. Oh, they're in Columbus. Nope, they're in North Columbus, Indiana.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know there was. Actually, I don't know what the fuck Indiana is, to be honest.
I've been there once.
Don't go again. I honestly probably could not even. Like, if you gave me a map of the U.S., and you gave me all the pieces, I could eventually put it together. But if you give me a map of the U.S. that was completely blank, no lines, and just said point to Indiana, I don't think I could do it.
Couldn't do it?
Nah.
Really?
But like, if you give me pieces, I could put the puzzle together, and just by process of elimination, I could get to Indiana. Mm-hmm. But just like a blanket, point to Indiana, point to fucking Arkansas, point to Rhode Island. Nah.
Rhode Island's the easy one, though.
Is it a little like little lip, right? On the underneath Massachusetts?
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And Indiana's just a little southeast of Illinois. Illinois is easy to find. That's your point of reference.
Illinois is next to the lake, right?
Yeah, just below the lakes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do it. Nor do I even fucking care. Who gives a shit about that area of the country? Literally don't care.
Geography lesson here on Asinine Radio.
Yeah, 450 North. Like I said, they're from Columbus, Indiana. I guess there's more than one Columbus. It's stupid. It's dry hopped West Coast Amarillo, Simcoe, Citra, Enigma hops, and then here's one I never heard of: Vic Secret. Have you heard of that hop?
No, I have not. Vic Secret.
Yeah, like VIC Secret,
like Vicks Vapor Rub or something.
Yeah,
similar to that.
Vic Secret.
Same ingredients.
There's 8% here too.
Strong boy.
Better be good, or it's getting poured down the drain.
All right, so I have a beer called it's called a Milkshake Orange. So it's a play on A Clockwork Orange. It's from Paperback Brewing in Glendale, California. I don't think I've ever had anything from Paperback Brewing. I doubt you have either. So I picked this one up because of the label. You know, it's Clockwork Orange. It's the famous picture from the movie, but he's holding a glass of beer, and this is it drew me, and also how this beer is described. It's described as a blood orange milkshake IPA.
Oh,
now,
God, that sounds so gross.
It does sound gross, but I was intrigued. It's 6.5% ABV. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of this brewery, never seen this beer. It smells good though. It smells delicious. And so I'm ready to start drinking. You ready?
Okay, yeah, here we go, kid.
All right, here we go.
Ooh. Perfect. I just fucking spilled it. So I have beer on my shirt. Awesome.
Wonderful.
Just what I want.
Wonderful. All right. So what do you think of your beer? And then what are you going to rate your beer based off of our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect beer, 2 is a good beer you're going to continue to drink, 1 is a bad beer but give it a shot, and 0 is a drain pour. So what do you got? Go.
I'm a little stuffy, so take that into consideration. But I don't think we're reinventing the wheel here with this West Coast IPA. Luckily, this is something, aggressively dry. I can actually taste it, and it's burning through the nose, even with the stuffiness. So that's good. But I don't know. This is another notch in the belt, I guess. That's it.
I don't wear a belt.
1.5. That's it.
1.5. Okay, out of 3.
I'm never going to buy this again. Never go back to it. And after I finish this, I will never even remember the name of this brewery.
Fair. That's fair. I already forgot the name of the brewery. 451.
Yep, something like that.
Yeah. In Indiana, Columbus, Indiana.
I don't like that there's a Columbus outside of Ohio. That bothers me.
Geography 101.
Like when people say they're from Orange County, but they mean Florida, that really fucking irritates me.
Oh, yeah. Or Hollywood, Florida.
Oh, it's like, so stupid.
Come on, guys. You know that there's a Moscow in Idaho? That annoys me. That annoys me that there's a Moscow in Idaho.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Actually, somebody we know used to live there, too. She lived there for like 3 years.
Who?
Justine. Remember Justine and Alin?
Justine. Yeah.
Yeah, Justine lived there for like 3 years.
Dang.
Yeah.
It just sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's a dumb city. People listening to this podcast from there, I don't know, changed my mind. So anyway, let's continue. Let's continue on.
That would be amazing if somebody actually lived in Moscow, fucking Iowa, and listened and was all upset about it. Fine. Who cares? Yeah. Was it fucking Idaho and Idaho? What was the other one? Idaho and Iowa?
Iowa, yeah.
Dude, both garbage states. I don't care.
Neither of those states you've ever been to.
I have been to Utah.
I might be going to Idaho sometime this year, maybe early next year. I might be going out.
Idaho with the thing with that panhandle on the top, right? That fucking thing that shoots up.
Yeah,
unless you're going to that thing, then who cares, right? I don't know.
It's so dumb. Anyway. 0-2. My Blood Orange milkshake IPA. This has a lot of floaties. Ton of floaties. But, it's okay. The beer tastes good. It smells really good. The taste is good. It's very, very juicy. Very orangey. It's not really thick. It tastes like a hazy, or it feels like the mouth feel is like a hazy IPA.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not. When I bought it, I thought it might be like a stout, like that kind of creaminess, but luckily it's not that. It's more of more of a hazy. So yeah, this is actually pretty good. I'll give this a 2.25. I would go back to this.
Damn, girl.
It's not bitter. It has the right amount of fruitiness to it. So I'm digging it. Not like syrupy sweet. So that's always good too. So I'm good with this. 2.25 out of 3. Raul did not leave a review for this one, so I got nothing today. I don't know if he left anything for your Columbus beer.
He didn't really go to Columbus, Idaho very often, so he did not leave one.
Columbus, Idaho.
Yep.
So Columbus in every state.
It probably is.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. All right. Anyway, 0-2. So let's move on to the vinyl stuff we picked up, stuff we've been listening to, and that leads into the songs of the week. And if you want to listen along, there's going to be a playlist in the description of this episode. Take a listen to the songs we talk about. And also the new songs, because we have some new songs to talk about at the end of the episode. All that shit's going to be in the playlist. So what do you got this week, Jeff? Go.
I got a CCR upgrade.
Okay.
All the ones I bought, all the CCR ones I have are pretty much from a record store that I bought early on in the collecting phase of us. And they're kind of, they're not like super chewed up, but they definitely are not good copies.
They're not near mint or VG Plus.
And it's actually kind of tough to find like clean copies of CCR because they're pretty much always like scuffed up, like always. So we got a bunch in the store, and this one is just actually this came from my partner David from his collection, and it's OG and it's fucking near mint. Looks like it's never been played. And
which one is it? Which record?
Bayou Country. Oh, down the bayou. But I chose the song "Keep on Chugling" Keep on drooling.
It's like one of the weakest songs on the record.
Dude, that song is so good. That's like the best song on the record.
No, it's not the best song.
Yes,
It's like
it is.
bottom tier. It's bottom tier.
No. No, that is I'm looking at the track list right now, actually. That is the best song on the record.
You're stupid.
Maybe Good Golly Miss Molly.
That's like second worst.
Good golly Miss Molly. Dude, you're wild. You probably think Proud Mary's the best and born on the bar.
You know that's a banger, though.
Dude, Keep on Chewin's so good.
All right.
Anyway.
Continue the joke.
It's a super clean, and you really don't like. There's certain records that you just don't find clean. Like CCR is one of them. Like early
That's
Beach
true.
Boys, like before they started like writing music and being prog and shit when they were just surf music. Like that's super hard to find clean. They're always like loose in the jackets. And then like Cheap Thrills by Big Brother and the Holding Company, that one's always chewed up. Janis Joplin entirely is always chewed up. Interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, all my CCRs are pretty. They're not pristine. I would give them VG at best, and that's like really being conservative or nice about it. But I feel that way about Led Zeppelin too. Like it's hard to find a really clean OG or early Zeppelin record. It's really hard to.
We got a bunch in the store.
Well, maybe I'll upgrade a few of mine. We'll see.
At least
we'll
with at least with CCR, there's never any because like Zeppelin has some downtime. They have some quiet parts, when they're soloing or transitioning. There's quiet parts that like surface noise will kind of take over and be annoying. But CCR, they never really shut up. It's just constant noise. So even like your copy's VG, it sounds fine.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna have to talk to you about that after we pod, because maybe I'll bring in like a bunch of my Zeppelin, trade them out. Well, not trade them out, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, bring whatever you want to upgrade.
Yeah, I'm already bringing like 70 records this week.
That's a lot of records.
That's a lot of records that are now going to be in your record store in a week.
That's a lot of records.
Yep. All right. So what else you got?
Lightning Hopkins. I got a Lightning Hopkins. It's a 60s pressing, and it's when he was on Prestige, and it's just really, really rare. And it's really rare to find any kind of like early 60s into like the 50s clean Lightning Hopkins, and this is like fucking mint. This came through our store, so I took this home. Lightning Hopkins, dude, one of the most influential like country blues guitarists, songwriters of all time. Just crazy good, crazy fun. That's it.
Okay,
it's like a $200-$300 record, but that's all right.
Oh my god, that's insane. That's silly boy talk.
It's fucking good though. But the next one is I think it's even better. But Robert Pete Williams, this guy, I only know who this guy is because the Black Keys had done a cover of one of his songs, and people were like, "Oh, dude, the Black Keys are like so good," and they cover like a good blues song. And I was like, "Let me hear this shit." And their renditions, it's okay, it's whatever. But it got me thinking, like, I wonder what this guy sounds like originally, and it's amazing. So Robert Pete Williams, this is also on Prestige too. So like anytime you see like labels in companies, you can always kind of tell like, okay, this is probably going to be an expensive record. Like Blue Note, right? Everybody kind of knows the Blue Note stuff. That's probably going to be expensive. But like blues on Prestige, that shit's expensive, and it's hard to find. And again, this is like fucking mint. This came from the Irby Green Jazz Collection that we got.
Oh,
both of these did.
There was some crazy good shit in that collection.
And it's insane. And they're all fucking clean. Everything is so clean.
Even I snagged a couple things out of there. So,
dude, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. But this guy, so this guy, like I said, he this is what early 60s also. Went to prison for a while, and then I think for like murder, but he claims he didn't do it, and then he got released early. So actually, Lightning Hopkins also went to prison for a while too. I feel like a lot of these black musicians probably just went to prison in like the 30s and 40s, just right. That was because probably what they did. Yeah, realistically, that's probably what they did to black musicians, was throw them in jail.
Yeah.
So he wrote a lot of his music while in prison, and a lot of his music outside of prison is about his prison life, and this is like no different. But it's just him. It's just him and the guitar, and much like these guys in this era, he plays like the rhythm with his thumb, and he kind of just like picks along with his fingers, and then his like left hand is kind of doing two different things. It's like the bottom strings are doing one thing, and the top strings are kind of doing a lead part. So it's almost like you get like three guys playing the guitar here, and it's not like revolution, or no, I shouldn't say it's not like next level like Jimmy Page type of stuff, but it's just like foundational like Louisiana blues, and it's amazing. It's so good. So check it out.
Good stuff.
Check it out.
Will do.
And there are things, and then I was kind of like just winding down, I guess, from the day. This is all Saturday. I threw on Hello Nasty because I haven't listened to Beastie Boys at all in a while. So I threw on Hello Nasty because I was just kind of, I don't know, I was feeling Hello Nasty. And like, God damn, dude, this is my favorite Beastie Boys record. Like,
come on,
subjectively, it's just my favorite. There's a lot of nostalgia with this one for me. Like, I love this record through and through, man. Like, it's very top heavy with hits, but it's very bottom heavy with like deep cuts that are meaningful. And so when you kind of get past like Super Disco Breakin', it turns into like a very DJ kind of centric, sample heavy kind of Paul's Boutique meets pop. And it's amazing.
That's a great record. I love it. Love the record.
Do you have this one on the vinyls?
I have most of the Beastie Boys records on vinyl.
Good boy.
Of course.
Good boy.
Third best. It's our third best.
What is there? So you think, let's see, you got Checker Yed, and then you think Five Boroughs, and then Hello Nasty.
Yes.
Okay.
You hit the nail on the head. There you go.
And then what would be fourth? You probably think fourth. Maybe Paul's. I think you probably throw Paul's in there.
Paul's Boutique is fourth.
You don't really know where to go from there. That's fine.
No, Paul's is 4, and then Ill Communication would be 5, and then maybe Hot Sauce. Yeah, maybe Hot Sauce would be 6, and then License to Ill would be that's my least favorite. And that doesn't include the what is that record? The instrumental one, the dub one.
Yeah,
I don't want to throw that one in there because it's not fair to throw that in there because it's not a hip hop record.
And also, like License to Ill is not a bad record.
I mean all their records are great.
Songs. Yeah,
they'd never put out a bad record. Even the worst is not bad.
It's true.
So
that is true.
Yeah, just an incredible group of guys.
Always a fun time. And then went to De La Soul because I was feeling kind of like the more upbeat hip hop thing. So De La Soul was there, and it scratched that itch perfectly. And we did De La Soul on the pod, and their whole catalog has recently come into light on Spotify and stuff. So they're fighting like a big resurgence, and they're an amazing group. And this is an amazing record. And then I ended my night with Third Eye Blind. That's one of like the 5 to 10 rotating ones I end the night with. Like Pulse Surveys Plus 44, Eye in the Avalanche, Third Eye Blind. It's just a good ender, you know?
You know, I Third Eye Blind to me is like a daytime listen. I don't listen to that at night. I listen to it during the day. I don't know why. Can't explain it.
You're missing something. We'll do it when you're here because by the time I throw on Third Eye Blind, I got a good buzz going. And I'm in that meantime where I've like my buzz is good enough to where now I'm not even playing games. Like Zelda's on the projector, but I'm not even playing it. I'm kind of just like looking at it, watching like the screensaver and shit like that, and listening to the music. And Third Eye Blind, this record kind of goes somewhere. It's got highs and lows, but again, much like the Hello Nasty, it's very like top heavy with pop hits. And like the longer you get into it, the more kind of like drawn out and just ambient it gets. And I think that's just like a good way to calm down into the end of the night.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like whenever I'm out there, we always listen to Plus 44, Neighborhoods, and then I always put on Bomb Pops too.
I was just going to say Bomb Pops is always on rotation.
Because it's so easy. It's like 30 minutes. We both really like that record. It's fun. Like, I don't know. I always like putting on Bomb Pops. It's always a good
record.
Great record.
Good record. Yeah, that was my Saturday.
That was your Saturday. This Saturday, I'll be out there in Arizona. You know, so we're gonna be doing a live. Well, not a live pod, but a pod together in the same room. So that'll be fun. Anyway. 0-2. So what else you got? Oh, that was it, right?
That's it, kid. We're done.
All right. Any other good collections into the store? Desert Grooves Records, huge shout out.
Yeah, we got I mean, the one I was telling you about earlier, off camera, because I don't want to mention our sources, but we got another one too that we bought. Just like good, like meat and potato stuff, just like really clean AC/DC, really clean Judas Priest, like really clean Van Halen. And that stuff just sells. We got all those Japanese pressings with the Obi strips and everything.
Oh yeah, I can't believe you have so many of those.
That was insane. Like we had a guy come in today, and he's like, "So like, are you guys like Japanese owned? And like, are you a Japanese store? Like, how do you have so many of these?" I was like, I don't know, dude. And those were just the ones with the Obi strip. There's probably like 30 or 40 more that just didn't have the Obi strip, but are still Japanese pressings. So
do you still have that AC/DC that I gave you guys? That Japanese one? I gave you that that Japanese.
Oh no, that's sold.
One. I did. Okay.
Yeah, because that was a Japanese pressing, just no Obi.
Yeah, I had no Obi. That was a pricey bitch too.
Yeah, I think we sold it for like 50.
Nice.
Which is silly for AC/DC.
I know.
I don't have any AC/DC in my collection. I have none.
I have one. I just have Dirty Deeds. That's all I need. That was on my purge pile, but then I listened to it and I thought, this is fun. I'll go back to this every once in a while.
It's fun. Yes.
So, all right. So my stuff, I got two things. I'm just kind of going through my purge pile, just double checking to see if I want to get rid of it. And these two things, I've decided not to keep. We'll start with Wild Throne. This is a band who were active like in the early and mid 2010s. They only ever did one EP and one full length, and that full length had all the songs on the EP plus more. This is Ross Robinson produced, and this band is really cool. They're really, really cool. And the only reason why I'm getting rid of this EP is because I'm just going to wait until I find the record, the actual LP, which is not hard to find. I mean, it's always on Discogs for cheap, but I just want to find it in the wild. And so I just wanted to make room, and so I'm purging this one. Really cool band. They broke up like 2 years after the full length came out in 2015. And it sucks because they had a lot of potential. They had some really cool shit. Really good, like not metal, kind of metalcore with a little bit of proggy stuff going on in there. And it was cool. It was just good stuff. Good, solid, heavy music. So, that's it. Wild Throne. Start with that one. What do you think of that song? I think you've listened to them before.
Yeah, it's fine. It really is just fine.
It's fine. Okay, that's fair.
It's not bad or it's not good. It's just, you know what I mean? Like there's, I don't know.
There are better things out there.
Like for me, like pop punk and hip hop, I can always cut slack to, where other people are like, dude, that sounds exactly like this band, or that artist sounds exactly like this. Like, well, to me, because I listen to this stuff a lot, I like those little tiny differences. But like this type of music, I don't really care about those little tiny differences. So I'm only going to gravitate towards the 5, 10, 15, 20 bands that I truly, truly love or have nostalgia to. This doesn't fit any of those categories, so it's fine.
I get it. See, I'm that way, but about heavier music, this kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like with you, like with pop punk, I love some pop punk, but then most of it to me is just derivative and kind of uninteresting. But, you know, when it comes to heavier stuff like this, like Every Time I Die kind of stuff, because this band is kind of like Every Time I Die, but a little bit more wild and experimental. But I don't know. Good stuff. I dig it. But I'm getting rid of this EP. So, and the other thing is Weezer's record, Van Weezer, one of their more recent records from a couple years ago. This is a great record. It honestly is. I know I don't need it because if I want to listen to Weezer, I have a bunch of other Weezer that I'm going to listen to, and this would be on the bottom of that. But it's still a really good record. It's really good. It's like the best of the mid-tier Weezer. That's what this is. Best of the mid-tier.
It's a solid record.
Yeah, some great songs, great riffs, great melodies, some really cool stuff on here. But
it's your day off, right? It's fucking noon. You crack open a beer. Are you pulling out Van Weezer, or are you going to pull out blue, Pinkerton, red? No way.
Everything will be all right.
Pulling Van Weezer.
Yeah, exactly. It's really great mid-tier Weezer, but it's gonna be going away from my collection because you got rid of yours too, right?
No.
Oh, you did?
I was gonna purge it too, but like now that you have yours, it's like they're starting 2 copies. But I probably still will. I mean, I know
the same variant too. Yeah, they're the same variant because I bought both of ours at the same time at Glass House.
Yeah.
So it's the same variant.
No, like I'm glad we were on like a spending spree and we bought a lot of records in a little amount of time, because now it's easier to get rid of stuff and then buy stuff that you really want, and it just softens that blow.
Oh yeah, totally. So
that's it.
That's all he got for the vinyl stuffs. Go check out Jeff's record store, Desert Grooves Records in Arizona. I'll be out there, so if you want to come meet me, which I know a lot of you guys do,
come meet me.
I'll be there this Friday. Oh
my God, that's funny.
On March 14th, I'll be there at Desert Grooves Records. I sign autographs. I'll take selfies, whatever you want, you know? So anyway, let's move on to some new music and other happenings in the music world. We'll start with who do we have here? NoFX. They put out a new song called "I'm a Rat." This is coming off their final record. What is this called? Second album? Something like that, right? Yeah. Man, this is just mid-tier to almost bottom-tier NoFX. It's not bad by any by any measure, but I'm never going to go back to this.
It's B Team NoFX, and NoFX, but like Weezer, like we just talked about Weezer. Like, unfortunately, it's not bad music. It's just when your report card is so fucking good. Like, I'm not going to go back to this, dude. There's no way.
No, never. I mean, obviously, I'll listen to the record a few times, but even after those few listens, I'm probably never going to buy this record. At least based off of this song and how Single Album turned out, I just don't care. And what was the one before that? First Ditch Effort, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, that one was pretty mediocre too.
Something dumb.
Anyway, go check it out. Let's see here. We have another one from the band Winona Fighter. They put a song out called "I'm in the Market to Please No One." Now, this band had put out the song of the year for me last year called "Hams in a Glass." None of the other songs really sound like that. They're more of a pop punk band, really more in your vein.
I like this.
I liked it a lot too. I mean, I like this band a lot. I think they're really cool. I think their songs are great.
Nothing they put out sounds like Hams in a Glass, though.
No, nothing. Yeah, that's the one.
Not
outlier,
even close.
But that song's incredible. It's so good. And Tammy gets so mad too because whenever we're in the car and the song comes on my playlist, I say, "Oh my god, the song's so good!" And I start hitting her like, "Oh, it's so good!" And she gets so mad at me. Like, the song's not that fucking good. It's not that good.
It's better than that. Whatever you like pretend that it is, it's better than that. It truly is.
I know. But I do it every single time, and she gets so mad.
She's mad at the excitement.
Oh yeah, definitely. She doesn't like when I'm happy. That's what
what I was gonna say. It's like Renee, dude. Like, just tone it down a notch. You can never be happier than me.
And then I get so excited when it gets to the bridge. I'm like, oh, listen, right here. And I turn it up. She's like, it's not even that good. Why do you like it? It's not even that good. Sounds like Napoleon Dynamite. But
they're playing.
Winona Fighter.
They're playing with Bayside at the Van Buren in Phoenix in April. So I think
I saw that.
I think it might go.
I mean, yeah, you love your Baysides. You love your Baysides.
I still don't know if I actually like Bayside or if I just seen them so many times now that just my subconscious is like, well, if you can't beat them, join them. I guess we like Bayside now.
You'll go to this. It's at a small enough venue. It's not super pricey. You get to see two good bands.
That venue, the Van Buren, is my favorite venue out here. I think it's an amazing venue. It's so great. They sell pizza by the slice outside. So you can like walk outside when the band's playing and talk and order beer, and it's fine. And the pizza's like $2 for like a decent slice of pizza.
Nice.
It's affordable. There's plenty of parking.
Like Costco.
The main bar is inside, but it's all the way in the back, but not like too far back. But it's separated, but kind of by like a staircase, so you can talk to the bartender without having to shout constantly. The merch table was like off to the side behind like a wall. It's like it's plenty of space where the merch table is. But again, I just don't like having to shout at people.
I agree.
I'm not fucking 20 anymore.
That's also what I like about the Glass House. The bars, there are bars like in the main room, but you can go outside of the main room and get drinks and stuff at the other bar and everything. You can go outside where the merch tables are.
That's like the best like merch place that is any venue I've ever been to is the Glass House. Like that's how it should always be.
I meant Observatory, not Glass House. I meant
Glass House too, because the merch tables are usually out of the venue, right? In that little.
Oh yeah, they're in that spare room or something.
The foyer, where the fuck it is.
The foyer, yeah.
But yeah, you're right. The Observatory, that's like a perfect venue.
Yeah, I like I mean, it's a little. I mean, it's bigger than I prefer, but it's a great venue, and it's it has great sound. It's the pit's like the right size too. It's not too big. It's not too small. So like everybody gets involved if you're down in the pit, which is really cool too. And it has the different level tiers. So like if you don't want to be down in there, so you can like be higher above, and you can actually see the band if you want to. So I do like the Observatory is a great venue. It really is. But Glass House is still the best, Jerry, the best.
I agree.
But I was hanging out with my cousin this weekend, and we were talking about shows and everything because he's going to NoFX in October, and he's been trying to convince me to go. And he was telling me that he saw back in like 2004 or 2003, he saw Death by Stereo and Bleeding Through at the Glass House, and he said that Ephraim wanted to piss everybody off, like in the crowd. So I guess they like at the time they had like a projector that was like the backdrop. So he put up a bunch of gay porn, and it like pissed everybody off in the venue because they were playing gay porn while like between bands and shit. So I thought that was pretty funny.
I mean, that's just
especially back then.
Dude, that's something that you could only get away with in 2003.
I know.
Like, that is not acceptable in 2024.
No, it's not. But imagine how pissed off people were, too. Yeah, my cousin said people were like, booing and throwing shit, and it's just like, come on, guys.
So funny.
Yeah. But that's punk rock, dude.
That's called punk rock, dude.
My cousin wants to come on, too. We were talking about the podcast, and he was asking if he could come on at some point. So maybe
what we should do is we should do a NoFX episode when we all go see NoFX at their final tour, their final show.
Oh my god, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could justify it.
That's stupid. That's stupid.
It is stupid. But, okay, so
pay the toll, baby. Let's do it. Let's get it done like a Band-Aid, right off.
So I might as well bring this up right now. So in October of this fucking year, you have the NoFX final show, final 3 shows ever. Also in October, we have Korn playing their self-titled record for the 30th anniversary.
You already said you're not going there.
I know. I'm not. But then also just announced today or yesterday maybe, Weezer's doing a 30th anniversary tour where they're playing Blue in its entirety in October as well here in LA. So it's like, fuck, man, 3 shows that I would absolutely love to go to, but they're all so fucking expensive. Like if I wanted to go to all 3, I'd be dropping at least $1,000 by myself.
The only one that really matters is the NoFX one. Like honestly, that's the only one that really matters.
Yeah, only because
we will have the most fun there.
Yeah.
No, like straight up, we're not going there to watch like them have their best performance. It's going to be a complete shit show, and that's why we're going.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, like, come on, bro. Like, Fletcher's gonna. Somebody's going to jail. Like, someone's probably gonna die. Somebody's gonna go to jail.
And we all know who's gonna go to jail. It's gonna be Fletcher.
Absolutely.
Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Game time decision, I guess, right?
I mean, I don't think it'll sell out. So I think it will sell out probably like in the month preceding it, but
not now. No, not now.
It's too early. It's too expensive. God, it was so funny to see those ticket prices too. It was like, oh yeah, $30 for like early or late last year, early this year, and then it was like $50, and then like, and then I thought like $100 seems reasonable. Like I $100, I get it. It was like $250. Like damn, bro, in hiding like you're gouging.
We saw them last year, and it was $45.
Yeah.
The same concert. It was it was NoFX, Bouncing Souls, Lagwagon, Me First.
Yeah.
$45.
$45.
Beer fest and that included the beer fest and everything.
I know that included like $45. Free beer.
Yeah. Fucking
which we
stupid.
didn't even
and now it's
go to.
Year and a half later, it's $250. Come on, guys.
Wild.
Fucking ridiculous, man. The price gouging from Ticketmaster and Live Nation it's unreal, man. It's fucking unreal.
It's gross.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the last thing here I want to talk about, I did clap, yeah. Mm-hmm. The last thing here I want to talk about is we got a new song from friend of the pod, Skip. His band Modern Literature. They put out a new song called Bootlicker like 2 weeks ago, I think it was. It's on Bandcamp only right now and on YouTube as well. It's not on Spotify or Apple Music, but soon to be. It will be soon. But yeah, go support these guys. Is really this. I do prefer this song more than I do like the song more than the EP that they put out several years ago. What's
Nordic Fiction?
Yeah, Nordic Fiction. Yeah, this is a really good song. I really do like this one. I think their new drummer is really solid. Dude, and Skip rips it up on the fucking bass on this one. I really do like this song.
Yeah.
So
these guys are quirky. They all kind of do something unconventional separately. Mm-hmm. And I mean, he sends us a lot of live performances, and it's kind of fun. You can just watch a show with just focusing on one band member, and that alone
you're gonna be entertained.
Will be like captivating.
Yeah. What I like too about the videos he sent us, like everybody's like the whole crowd's interacting with the band because Skip is getting out there, he's jumping out there with his bass and running around, and people are laughing and clapping and dancing around, and everybody looks like they're having a blast at these shows, which is something you don't see very often anymore at concerts. You don't see that kind of interaction.
That's Europe, though. Like
that's true too. Yeah,
that's why bands go and tour Europe, knowing they're not going to make any money, but they'll get a huge fan base because the Europeans are just nicer. They're fucking nicer, and it's just I don't know. Like I can't tell you how many like people have come into a record store that are in bands, and have flat out said, "I don't tour the U.S. We only play like festivals in Europe," because even if you're the opening act at a festival, or if you're opening for like Slayer, 15 bands deep, like the people that are there to see Slayer will also watch you, and they won't pull the phones out, they won't fucking boo you, they won't do anything. They'll pay attention and they'll applaud and they'll support you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's expensive, but you won't make any money. But like that's what it's about. It's art, right? Like you want to go and just have a good time. You want to get your music out to the people. In America, it's just like it's pay to play, and it's fucking gross out here and terrible and very, very difficult.
Yeah, extremely. And then considering how enormous the United States is, touring the U.S., it's like a 3-4 month, 6 month excursion. You can't. I don't know. It's just
no, it's true. And you will need to hire a manager to and that person's only job is to book hotel rooms and book venues and book shows. That person can do nothing else.
Yeah, it's true.
So
the logistics of touring here is insane. Yeah.
I get that. But like how many times, like even you and I, like how many times do we not go see the opening act, right?
A lot of the times.
And
especially now as we've gotten older, like it's less and less. You know what I mean?
And
unless it's something we specifically want to see, like we don't.
And like it's for a good reason. Like just because you're an opening act does not mean like you have any fucking right to be on that stage because you're terrible. But you got to give them some credit. That there's a little bit there. Like they are putting themselves out there, and we really should. Probably really should go see the opening acts.
Yeah, but I would rather just go see a smaller band that I've never heard of at some super tiny venue on a random night than go early and see a bunch of opening acts.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay, how often do you do that?
I don't do that, but I said if I were to do it, I would rather do that. I would rather do that.
So I'm saying, man.
But I have nobody to go with. You know what I mean? If I had a show buddy, I might do it more. Can't go to the slide bar anymore because that shit's closed. But
when we when Skip talked about like the whole thing of us not talking about his band, and you don't have to, like, don't worry about it. I was like, no, dude, like we really do. We sit on our fucking high horse and badmouth Fat Mike and shit, and it's like we probably could do more. Like when we go see these shows, we could probably go see the opening act, and we used to be pretty good about it. We used to always go see the opening act.
We would always get there early, see every opening band. We go to a show at Chain Reaction and watch 5 bands play before the band we wanted to see went on. Get there at 6:00, and then our band that we wanted to see would go on at 11.
Yeah,
most of that shit sucked, but we found some great bands. I mean, look at Valiant Thor. We only found out about Valiant Thor because they opened up for another band. So Google Bordello, to me, that was another band that I didn't know of until I saw them open up for another band. So
they were just old now. We're not even that old.
No, we're not.
Like at all.
Oh man. Gross. So I listened to that Punk Till I Die podcast, which I know you don't listen to, but yeah, dude, these okay, Liverpool Neil, he's like 62 or 63 years old, and Tom Trauma is like early 50s. And dude, they go to like 1 or 2 shows a week. And then they talk about it on the podcast. Like, first of all, how do you have the money to do it? And also, how can you get the time off from like family and your career to go to these shows? You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I mean, 60 I get, and like 50 I can also understand, because even if you have kids at 50, they should be pretty grown by now. Mm. And so like now your disposable income is spent on other things, and like we're in mid 30s. So but like,
yeah, that's true.
But like my disposable income is now just put back into like the record store, and like that's like my life now. And so I do have time. I could go see like shows and things like that, but it'd be fiscally irresponsible of me to do so.
Yeah.
In like 10 years from now, like 30 years from now, like the goal is to just have some fucking kid like me, like you, run the record store in his 20s or 30s, and then I just sit home and collect a paycheck and go to these concerts when I'm 50 years old. Like that's my fucking dream. That's amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. But for now, it's not reasonable.
let me say this, the shows that these guys are going to are like $10, $15 a show at a bar, but they're seeing bands they love, but they're playing at like a fucking bar or a small club for $15. More of the shows you and I want to go to are at least $40 to $250.
And I'm not gonna say that like our music is better than their music they're watching, but like get the fuck out of here. And you cannot tell me that the quality of bands that are playing at $15 shows is matching the $40 price point quality. There's no way. No fucking way.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll find some outliers here or there, but no.
So yeah, go check out Modern Literature, their new song Bootlicker. Go throw them a couple bucks on Bandcamp. Yeah, man, great stuff. Check out their video and live videos on the YouTubes. And yeah, we're obviously always going to share them on the podcast because Skip's a good friend of the pod, and puts out good shit, puts out good music. So keep doing what you're doing there, and then keep listening. And do we have anything else for this episode?
That's it. That's all.
Cool. So yeah, stay tuned because we're wrapping up Sad Boy season with the one and only The Cure, and I'm sure it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, we're doing The Cure. I forgot.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all.
I don't know what to say.